Hello guys, you're welcome back once more. In this particular video guys, I'll show you exactly how to go about drafting this lovely wrap crop top. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more updates. This is my measurement for this tutorial. So I have my paper, my ruler and marker, and I'm taking my 1 inch top line. Okay, that is 1 inch. To drop it down, that is what I'm going to use to draft my bodies. Now after drafting this, please just pay close attention to where the camera is shooting. Everything is cleared from there. Okay, so this is 16 inch, my half length. Okay, half length varies depending on the size of the stomach of the person. The half length can be 17, it can be 18, so always measure half length measurement, that is half cut or the waistline. So after I get my half length, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Now this particular 1 inch I'm adding is because of the crop top. I don't want this to hit the exact point of my waistline. I want it to come down a little, because if it hits that point, it might be a little bit jumpy or too high. So I'm adding extra 1 inch for my joining allowance, both for the hem and equally for the shoulder. So that is it. So because this is usually how I make my crop tops, so I divided my shoulder measurement by 2 plus 0.5. Now I have 8.5. That is 16 inch by 2 plus 0.5. Because like I told you, this particular drafting is something you can do straight on your fabric. I'm adding all the joining allowances to the drafting. So I'm equally coming down by 8.5 and marking the same 8.5, and I'm going to go ahead and connect it. Okay, so most times when making a crop top, please take note of adding extra 1 inch extra to your half length. So now I'm going to move out on this upside. Then after that, I'm going to take my 8.5. Okay, I'll go on first of all to get my bust measurement, which is the bust point. I have 10 inch, and I'm just going to go ahead and roll a straight line to connect it. So after I've connected it, the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark this as my chest line. So this automatically becomes my chest line. I have 1.5 from my bust point, so I'm not going to be ruling this because I don't want excess lines on this. So just to let you know that that is the chest line. Okay, so I'm going to divide my 8.5 by 2. So in order for me to shape in the armhole a bit to a more fitted size. Now I'm going to mark the point, the midway, and I'm going to come out by 1 inch. I'm extending in by 1 inch. So I'm going to shape it, curve it down by 9 inch. This 9 inch you see here is my bust measurement divided by 4. As you can see, I've applied it on both the chest line and the bust line. So I'm going to go ahead now and curve. Like I usually say, please just pay close attention. I believe at the end of this tutorial, you will definitely understand. Okay, so now I'm moving in 3 inch for my neck width, and I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my neck depth, and I'm going to use my French curve and connect it like this. Okay, even if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can still go on and just watch my actions. They are very clear. So I'm going to shape in my shoulder slant, that is by 1 inch. Shoulder slants can be shaping in by 1.5 or more if the person has a high shoulder or maybe on the very big side. Okay, so this is my waist line, my bust line, shoulder. So as you can see, I'm almost through with my bodies, and you can see how nice and organized it's looking. The next thing I'll do now is to add my 2 inch sewing allowance to it. And on my waist, I have 7.2, which is my waist measurement. I'm going to go ahead and equally bring it down here and add my 2 inch sewing allowance. Then I will connect it. So even at making this crop top with extra 1 inch, you realize that after everything it will still be on the waistline. So you don't want a crop top that after making it won't cover your waist at all. It will just be like it's a bit too high. So that is the essence of the 1 inch. It's not a must you add 1 inch. You can add 1.5 as well, okay, depending on how big the person is. If it's a big and a busty person, I'm going to be making a tutorial on just crop top, so you will see exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to be using this back to draft the front. Okay, so now for the front, I've placed this paper on this other paper, and I wanted to use 6 inch as the unfold I will have on the front. That is already wrap. That is my wrap size, but the paper is a bit too small, so I'm going to be using 5.5, and which is okay. You can equally use 7 inch on yours. You can use 4 inch, so it depends on how you want yours, but 6 inch is usually very good. So now you can still go on and redraw all your measurements on the back side and apply the same thing I'm applying. But in order to save time, I just decided to bring the unfold of the back. You know, that is the back, because the first one I drafted was the back. So you can just go ahead and follow exactly what I'm doing, so that you will not delay so much. So this is 5.5, and I'm connecting it to, I'm going to rule this straight line like so, just like this, and then I'm going to place this on this line, so that becomes perfect, and I'm going to pin it down. Please pay close attention, because right now you're going to see exactly how we go about this wrap or this surplice cut. Okay, so I'm pinning it down to match on the line. So you can see how nice and lovely it looks. I'm going to redraw this line out to get my exact straight line for the front. Don't forget, what we are making now is the front. The front is the one that carries the wrap or the surplice. So that is it. I'm going to notch this point. I'm going to mark this point. This is where my neck ends and where my shoulder begins. Okay, so first of all, before I do that, I'm going to use a straight line to rule out the remaining little excess on the top. That is 1/8. That is 0.25, sorry, 0.25. So I'm just going to rule it out, because I don't want excess. I don't want it to end up coming out in a different way from what I marked. So from this point, I'm going to come down by 6 inch. Okay, so this 6 inch is the depth of my surplice, because I want this surplice to cover my neck, like my chest. My chest. Okay, I don't want it to be deep. I'm going to move up by 1 inch on this point. So this 1 inch is my allowance. That is the joining allowance for the up and the down, and I'm going to go ahead and connect it. So in order to connect it, I will just go ahead and remove my pins and move the paper a bit, because I've gotten exactly what I want. So I'm just going to move it a bit and pin it like this, just the way you see me do. Now I'm going to make use of my ruler. At this particular point, you mustn't use your ruler. You can use your ruler if you want it properly straight. You can use your French curve, and you can use your hand to curve it. So it all depends on you. Just make sure the points are meeting, so that you end up getting a very nice work at the end. Okay, so because if you are drafting on the fabric with a chalk, you can go ahead and use your hand and just curve it, so it will have a more lovely neckline, like more curvy neckline instead of the straight one, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying. So the next thing now is I'm going to redraw this. I'm not going to be doing much anymore, just to retrace what I have here. Okay, so and cutting it out, guys, very simple as this. So after this part, guys, I'll move on to, you can see exactly the way I'm cutting this. Okay, just pay close attention, you will understand. So you can see I'm placing my shoulder. You can see everything is meeting perfectly. Everything is meeting perfectly. There is no everything is nice. I I believe you can see it with me, right? You can see how nice it's looking and okay. Yes. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to move straight to my sleeve. Okay, so I'll remeasure this and you can see that I still have my 6 inch intact. By the time I finish cutting this, it's going to come out really nice, and it's going to cover my chest just the way I want it. Okay, so like I said, you can use 6 inch for your chest, you can use 7 inch for the depth, how depending on how deep you want it. So this is the back and this is the front. So guys, this is it after I finish cutting it out on the fabric. I'm going to be using Ankara to make this particular one because I want it to have this Ankara look. So this is the pieces I've cut out for the guard that I'll be using for the sleeve, and this is my sleeve. As you can see, this Ankara is actually a very lovely one. Okay, I like it, and do well to check out the description box to see the link on how to draft the trouser for this. Okay, so this particular one is for the belt. I'm going to be joining it together because I had to cut it, just as it came out from the Ankara pieces, so I had to cut it out, and I'm going to join it later to make the belt. So this is the bodies, the front side of our surplice and the back side. So guys, I am not going to finish the sewing of this particular wrap crop top with nice belt on this particular video. I'll be doing that in the next video coming after this one. Just after this video, the next video coming up, you're going to see exactly how the sewing goes, the finishing touch of the sewing. So guys, please just be amongst the first that will get it by hitting the subscribe button and turning on notification bell for more updates. Okay, so there you're going to receive proper instructions on how I go about the sewings and how it will come out very, very nice after you finish sewing it, and you can easily rock your nice crop top, wrap crop top. Okay, you can sew yours on a normal fabric, it mustn't be Ankara. Okay, so it's actually going to still come out really, really nice. Okay, so please don't forget to check out the description box and you're going to see all the lovely videos there. Check out my other videos, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more. See you in my next video. Bye.